Hi, this is Sal Cirincione along with Melissa here at the Mark and Brian Green Room, KLOS. Welcome by Joe Perry. Welcome, Joe.
How you doing? How you doing?
All right. So how's this all working out? You're sitting in with all these different musicians.
It's great. I think that considering it's starting to get up into the hundreds of playing with different ones. This one seems to be one of the most together ones that I've played at. You know, there's enough rehearsal, and also all the players are guys that I have wanted to play with over the years and have never had a chance to. So it's really good.
Yeah, I know this past year you got to open for Paul Rogers and playing with him, and he's going to sing one of your songs as well.
Playing for the Joe Perry project. I opened with him, but it's a different thing than when you're actually backing him up, playing in a band with him. You know. So it's actually been one of those things that I can tick off my list now that getting closer to my car hitting the tree, I can feel a little bit better about it. You know.
You have a bucket list of people you want to play with still?
Yeah. Well, very few, but there's one of them is going to get ticked off today.
Who's left? Who's left?
Oh, there's a few.
You're not going to name them, or
Dylan, and Dylan's one. He's at the top, but there's a few others.
Now, how do these things come about? Like, who calls all you guys and organizes this, and how does this even happen?
And they all different ways. You know, it used to be Telegram, but that's
Carrier Pigeon,
Pony Express. But now it's either sometimes it's face to face, sometimes it's. One manager will call another manager, and you'll get a phone call and go, But like in this situation, it was. I think it might have been one of the last days that I was on tour with Paul, and he asked me. He said he was doing this thing at KLOS, and this is one of the big ones. The one that everybody talks about, because there's always it's always like a notch higher than the rest of the ones in the country, because you guys have such a pool of, a lot of musicians live around here, and so this is the one a lot of people try and emulate. So it's the one that people are going to be watching and listening to.
So how much notice do you get? I mean, and do you start rehearsing other people's stuff right away, or do you just...
I kind of knew this one. I had some. A little bit of time in front, but we still hadn't settled on the set list until I think it was 2 days ago. But so I learned a few extra songs, which never hurts, because you practice a little bit, so this one is is basically, as far as 1 to 10, this is about a 9 or a 10 as far as getting prepared. But I mean, I've done some. I played with Buddy Guy, and we were still talking about what we were going to play as we were walking out on stage, literally. And I kept saying, "Please tell me what key. At least tell me what key. What song. Forget about what song." And he said, "Whatever key you want, man. Whatever." And it was. So we ended up going to Chicago, and I'm a Man, I think, and we played a couple of tunes, and it worked out okay. Yeah, well, he knew them obviously, and I kind of and I learned them from him. So, it was good. It was a lot of fun.
And some of the songs that you're doing tonight, I mean, I'm sure you grew up on some of these songs back in the bars, back way back when.
I mean, they were. Well, it's funny because Stormy Monday is one that. Back when we were trying to get gigs at clubs, they always wanted us to play that one, so we never learned it. Aerosmith, we just never played it, so I've been learning that one, which is it's a straight up blues with a few changes in it, but still it's blues, so it's not that big of a stretch. But the fact that Paul wanted to do some Aerosmith songs was really, really cool, but they definitely weren't the ones I would have thought he would have picked. I mean, I would have thought maybe some of the more bluesy kind of stuff, because that's what he's into. And but to hear him sing "Living on the Edge," I've never heard anyone else sing it. Bottom line, and he kicks the shit out of it. I mean, it sounds great.
Yeah. And for you, as you wind down the year, this was a busy year. You're out with the project, you're out with Aerosmith. What's in store for 11? I'm
not sure if I'm going to take, the spring off completely. I know Paul's asked me to do something at Albert Hall and in April, and we'll see how that goes. I mean, other than that, I'm not sure if I'm going to. I'll probably be putting out a greatest hits, whatever, of my favorite project songs. I know I'm working with Sony on that right now, and that'll probably come out this spring. And I may or may not tour with the band. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. It depends on the weather. If it's going to be a nice hot season in the Caribbean, I'll probably go there. If it doesn't look like it's going to be that good, I don't know. I'll probably find some places to pick up my guitar and play.
Yeah, I know you've been playing around. Any talk,
Yeah.
any hope of getting in the studio with Aerosmith here in the winter? Or?
Well, not really. I mean, Steven starts his thing with the American Idol, and that takes up all the winter and the spring. So that's basically off as far as Aerosmith goes. Obviously, if I find myself up in Boston, I'll be working in the studio and writing stuff for I just write, and it may end up going on a project record or some stuff for an Aerosmith record, down the road. But we'll see,
All right, as
But
we
I
wrap
do know
this-
we won't be in the studio, as a band, recording, because Steven's going to be busy doing this thing,
Okay, as we wrap up the year, I want to know what your 3 wishes are, personally, professionally, and for the world. No pressure, by the way.
Okay.
Just off the top
Fine.
of your head.
Get through today.
Okay.
That's top on my list right now as we sit here and speak. Get through today, and then fly back to Florida safely, and then have a good Christmas, and hope that the world gets the message of peace, and that would be great.
Okay. Well, thank
That's
you.
not too much to ask.
Not
is
too
it?
much. I don't think so. No.
Okay.
Modest. Thank you so much,
All right,
and thank you for
thanks.
doing this, and we look forward
Thanks
to
a
seeing the
lot.
set tonight.
This is really good. Thanks a lot, and thanks for giving me a chance to come out and play. This is great.
Great. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Yeah, you too.
All right.